Hi everybody, and welcome to the chat. Just going to test the sound quality. So sound's working really well. So welcome everybody. I thought we'd have another daily live chat about price, auction, all the things that have been happening in the community. And very interestingly, Scott, the economist for Axion, his proposal for Axion venture capital auctions and addition of mutual fund. But let's just let yourself be known in the chat. We'll probably gain a lot more viewers over time. Lucan says yay. Lucan says the sound is good. Excellent. So awesome to have you all here. Now we're just going to go into this. We're going to have a look at a few of the other metrics before we get into this deep dive into the mutual fund and the venture capital auction. If you're not sure what that proposal is, if you didn't get to see the Axion Today show with Scott on it, now Scott is the economist who does tokenomics for Axion. So if you want to learn about that, the session's for that. That's going to be the main focus, but we will be looking at price and the key Axion metrics and the auction as well, which is what we do in the live stream. So pretty neat. So welcome everybody. Billy, welcome. Great. Big Silly, sorry, welcome. Good to have you here. Let yourself be known in the chat. We'll look forward to any of your comments. If you've got any questions, if you've got anything like that. Now, the main topic is the proposed mutual fund expansion, which includes the Axion venture capital auction. And that's what we're going to discuss as the main topic for today's price and auction chat. So hopefully that's a good setup for where we're going. So let's have a quick look at the price at the moment. We've got about 10 people on. We'll probably garner more people. I haven't posted this video in the Axion Telegram since I'm having trouble opening that at the moment. So if someone could copy the URL into the Axion Telegram, would be much appreciated. So here we are. Well, let's have a quick look at the price. Start off with that. We'll have a quick look where the auction is at, which is incredible at the moment. And then we'll get on to the metrics, and then we'll talk about the main topic, which is the proposed mutual fund in quick order. So we won't spend too much on the first three items, but and then we might circle back around before we close. So this is planned to be a 45-minute chat. We've got 10 people on the chat. Let yourself be known. Maybe Alex will turn up. He's a moderator, so we'll see whether he pops in if he's available. All right, so let's quickly look at the price at the moment. So the price is looking, just had a little pullback recently. Overnight it was actually up quite a bit, so we're going to have a look at that. So this is the 1 hour chart. So we were actually up from the low 22.67%, which is pretty decent. Then we've just pulled back overnight over the last so and so hours, and we're back down 11%, and the current price is 0.0001261. So that's in the Axion per ETH, so pretty neat. So that's where that's at. We've got 1.3 million US dollars total liquidity, 421,000 volume, which is better than we've had it recently. 1,035 Ethereum, and just under 5.2 billion Axion in the pool. So that's the Uniswap pool. I'll just leave the price chart. If you haven't got it, save it to your favorites. I'll leave that in the chat. So John Caberry, g'day. Good to have you here. You're from Australia or New Zealand, John? Let us know if you don't mind. Anyway, so let's jump to the Axion auction. That's the share rate. So we'll just jump to the auction. Now the auction is only 627,000, and there's a whopping, I say a whopping 4.79 Ethereum in there, making what looks like the record price 130,000 Axion per Ethereum. It just seems, to be honest, it seems just crazy because the Uniswap price is just under 5 million per ETH. So even with a 10% bonus, you would not make that, or even a self-referral. So I'm not sure why people are going in there. Some people think it might be bots, but I'm not sure. I just think just that's not good decision making. Just do not recommend going into these small auctions like that. If you are going to go in, you go in at the end of the day and you get an idea of what's actually in there. So I'm not sure whether that's bots just auto going in there or what. It just seems just crazy. So anyway, we'll move on from that one, and let's have a quick look at the mega auction at the moment. The mega auction's coming up 29 million. That's on the 25th, on Christmas Day. So that's coming up. Tomorrow's auction is even smaller, 73,000, which is good that we're going to talk about the auctions coming up. So Brisbane, welcome John from Brisbane. Brisbane's a beautiful city. I've been there once. A beautiful place. I think it's a very warm climate there, temperate. It's pretty nice. All right, let's jump on to, we'll move out of that. We'll go to the Axion stats. We've got 268 billion Axion in total supply, 97.2 billion in circulating supply, but that includes 43 billion from the wallet. The market cap's increased slightly to almost 12.2 million US dollars. We've got 18,583 stakes. That's down slightly from last night. 968 average days, 9.2 million average stake amount, 170.8 billion Axion staked. And if we take off the Teams wallet, then we're at 63.7. If we include the Teams wallet, then we've got 77.95. So that's down about 2 percentage points from it's down about 2 percentage points from last night. The High Five Club is at a whopping 889. That's looking really good, almost at 5 billion. I think that's up 1 from yesterday. Pretty cool. Let's have a look where our liquid whales. We've got 4 liquid whales now. Interesting. So some have unstaked there, which is this is what's hitting this percentage here. That was only 3 whales yesterday. Now 4 whales, climbed to 6.1 billion. So that would account for quite a bit of that decrease in the stake percentage. So we'll just watch and see what these 4 whales do. Interesting. Great whites are the same, 6 ones. Nothing changed really in the hex-free claims, and the trees are just under 400,000. So that's pretty much it. That's the wrap up for the price and stuff. So we're going to get into the main chat, which is if you didn't see the Axion Today show, you would see that Scott, the economist for Axion, came on. So if you haven't seen that, you can watch that. So Scott came on and talked with the Axion Today show about the new proposed tokenomics, not only for the current vote, which is voting on the mega auctions, so 4 mega auctions per week. So I'll just do a quick recap of that. That's 4 mega auctions per week, where they'll put in that you'll have a daily auction every day, and then 4 days will have potentially an extra 250 million go in them on certain days, and that would give you your mega auction and a way of distributing inflation, so 50 billion tokens per year, which I think is a really clever way of doing it. And they're more like the sellout, so it's great for marketing and so forth. So I think that's pretty exciting. So that's what the vote's on at the moment, and obviously they will get auto staked for 60 days, the winnings, rather than 14 days, which it currently is. So I think that's a really good balance, and they can tweak those features as they go, which I think is pretty good. The community seems to overwhelmingly have voted for that. I posted in the community post a number of things, did a coverage of the voting, and did a little walkthrough explanation. So if you haven't seen that, you can check the community posts and you can find that. So that's pretty much what's happened with that. And now we're going to be talking about the proposed mutual fund expansion. So at the moment, Axion is a certificate of deposit. So it has an 8% inflation rate, and you can get bonuses from 5 big paydays if you stake long. You can also get longer pays better and get more shares, which give you more entitlement to more of the rewards pool. But basically the rewards pool has 8% inflation in it, and also has penalties in it. So that's pretty much what that happens. So the more shares you have, the more of that reward pool you get per day. So that's pretty much how that works. Staking earlier gets you more shares, staking longer gets you more shares. That's the typical standard setup. So what certificate deposit, there's a couple around. Obviously Hex was the first main one with using a share rate, then Axion, and obviously Wise Token is coming up with that too. So you're going to have a couple of things. You're going to have like a McDonald's, a KFC, with different features, but they're all certificate of deposits, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses. So that's the way that goes. So what's happening is that Scott was talking about quite a cool move, which is expanding into not just having a deposit, but also another thing that banks do, particularly investment banks, is do mutual funds. And so mutual funds, he means getting investors in to auctions, and also to get other tokens bought or coins bought into as the reward system. So it's pretty cool. It's actually it's almost like a synthesis of other projects. If anyone familiar with T2X, E2X, you can stake in the auctions to win E2X or T2X tokens, and then stake those to get Ethereum. So it's incorporating some of those dynamics, but it's gone even further than that. And what it means is that you'll get one token like Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain, but you'll also get other tokens that get nominated, and that's where it really gets fun. So that's just a brief introduction to the mutual fund side of things, that there's going to be a diversity of investment rewards for people that are going to be, that the community think are hot to trot. So let's have a quick look at the main features. I'm not going to play his video, you've got the link there in the chat, but we're going to just talk about the Axion venture capital auction proposals. So this is in addition to the 4 mega auctions per week as proposed and the daily auctions. So this is something that might happen once or twice a week, and could be, have 1 billion or 2.5 billion tokens in it. Now the idea is that it's going to attract demand. So demand is the thing. Obviously we're staked like 80%. We want to move that staking percentage up to 90, 95% in that range, and even ideally in an ideal world to 98%. So the more people staked, the better. There's less tokens to be sold, right? So it's trying to retrain the traders and crypto community that this is a highly staked token. You get the certificate of deposit reward, but now you're going to be supercharged with the Axion venture capital auctions, or movement into expanding into the mutual fund product. So how does that work? So basically having at least 1, if not 2, special Axion venture capital auctions per week. And so what would happen is that instead of just a referral person would get 20% bonus under the standard auctions, they would also, the person getting referred, instead of getting these features can change, of course, so just giving them as Scott spoke them, was that instead of getting 10%, you could get a 20% bonus in Axion and to enter these auctions, and that the auctions would potentially be tiered, meaning that if let's say there's 1 billion and you have 500 million, the 500 million, if you did that, would get staked for say 90 days. If you get into the second, if you get into the second 500 million, because there's 1 billion in total, the second 500 million would get staked for twice as long. So you're going to sell out the first half very quickly, and then the second half will take a bit longer during the day. So that's how that's proposed to work, and obviously these features will be finalized by Scott and the team as they discuss these elements and put to community vote ultimately, because it's a community project. So the idea is that if someone's going to get an extra bonus, they'll be really stoked and they'll enter their ETH, and you could get 1,000 ETH entering an auction each week or more. I mean, that's just we're just using that as an example. We already saw it in the last mega auction where we had 4.5 billion tokens. We got 1,014 Ethereum. So this is the world we live in, and that's instead of these special auctions, in addition to the standard auctions, the Axion venture capital auctions as they're called at the moment, they would supercharge. So what we're going to do is that the people that get in get a 20% bonus in Axion, and the referrers get up to 20%, up to. It doesn't necessarily have to be that high. It could just be 10%. So that's stuff that the team will work out. So what they will get in return for their Ethereum, they will get Axion as normal, but they may get 20%, up to 20% back in 2 different other tokens. And this is where the game starts to change. This is where the incentives start to change. So they might get, if let's say they put in 10 Ethereum, they might get 10% of that Ethereum. They'll get, so they put the 10 Ethereum in, let's say they get 10 million WISE tokens. Sorry, 10 million Axion tokens, sorry. They got 10 million Axion tokens. On top of that, they would get 1 ETH worth of wrapped Bitcoin, which is liquid, so it's not staked. So the Axion would be auto-staked for a longer period of time. The 1 ETH worth of Bitcoin would get staked. It wouldn't get staked, it would be liquid and go to their wallet. And there's another catch to that later. And then another 10% potentially could be on another hot topic investment. So it could be anything that's really hot to trot that they could get back that could be really bullish. So they get two coins back in addition to the Axion that they won in the auction. So this is where it starts to get to the mutual fund diversified portfolio. It's very exciting indeed. Okay, and because the community is so large now, we're up at what 11,000 wallets. This has really got a lot of momentum behind it, right? And it's growing and growing, and this will help to supercharge the demand, right? People will be after not just the Axion, but they'll be after the Wrap BTC and any other hot coin that they could get. And every week they could get more coins, and so that's supercharged. So pretty exciting. So they might get a trust swap coin, for example, 1 ETH worth. So they'll get 20% of their ETH back in other hot property coins. So supercharged, pretty neat. And you could also have, with the credit card coming out mid-late January, they could have that go onto those cards as well. And that's how you get that liquid. Instead of Axion just being on it by itself, you get these other tokens on there as well. So it's huge. This is massive. And it will attract, these mega auctions will become well known throughout all crypto land, and people will be jumping over hand and foot to get onto these. They'll get more Axion, and they'll get more of these other liquid tokens, which are liquid, so they can spend them if they want. They're Wrap BTC or trust swap coins or anything, bat coins, anything, could be, you name it. And so the other side of that is that other communities will want their token to be one of those two, that the custom token that's going to be one of the 2 rewards that have Wrap BTC, for example, and another token. Other communities will want to be that token, because let's say we get 1,000 ETH into 1 week, just 1 week. So you could maybe you take 450 of that Ethereum to buy the second token, and that would go to buy this other token. It's pretty amazing. And so what happened is that if, say, 20% of the ETH is used to reward back to the people that entered, you're going to get the rest of the Ethereum, instead of it going to do market buybacks on these special auctions, it spends, say, 950 ETH out of that 1,000 on Wrap BTC and another hot property token. And the difference that's not given back to the investor that entered the auction is gone back to those who are staked. So those who are staked, like you and I, would get the benefit of other tokens on top of that. So this is where the mutual fund diversity comes from. Pretty exciting indeed. So the final details need to be worked out. Scott was talking about it will take 2 weeks just to finalize the initial launch of this product type. But it sounds super amazing, and it has the momentum and magnitude of the audience, the community investors, which is already at 11,000 wallets, and we know that we can sell out mega auctions. So pretty exciting indeed. On top of this is that the coin, like I said, the coin that gets nominated each week or for each auction would get other communities coming in saying, "Oh, please spend your 450 ETH on our token." So you pump our bags. And then to vote for that, they need to buy Axion to be able to vote for it. So it's another form of demand coming in there. Super exciting. Hey, Alex is here. Just to interrupt me quickly, Alex is here. So that last idea is basically like community contests. So it creates another form of demand. This is the supercharged demand. These layers of supercharged demand that will come into the Axion community, and this could all happen within the design within 2 weeks, and may potentially, based on the last time I heard Scott say, was a month. So it would take for this mutual fund or this Axion venture capital auction to take place. So it just depends on the coding that's required, but a pretty exciting thing coming up in the medium term, I said short to medium term. Let's put it that way, or even short term. So pretty exciting. So Alex K, the moderator's in the chat. This show was a bit overwhelming. Many interesting ideas. Let's see how it plays out. Absolutely, Alex. That's why we're sort of having this chat today, just to talk further through those ideas that are in there. Alex K, I'm also curious of how they handle ETH transaction fees to distributing non-Axion coins. Yeah, well, I think Trust Swap does that stuff, so they'll be using one of those distributing mechanisms to do it. But certainly, the ETH fees will be included. So that's just some of the key ideas. So if you've got any comments on that, any insights, anything I missed out of that, let me know in the comments. So that's pretty much that. Lucan says 1,000 total, 5% jack. That's correct. 20% to investor. and WBTC and the other coin, and 75% to stakers. Absolutely, Lucan. So that's a great summary that Lucan's put in there, and that's the idea. And so if you have 1 or 2 of these a week, and it spreads throughout the crypto community, more and more will want to come and put through the product. So it's pretty neat. Stressful Struggle says, do we still have a credit card coming on January 1st? I believe it's mid to late January, Stressful, the credit card. Yeah. So that's a beautiful wrap up that Lucan's done in the chat there. 1,000 ETH total came in. And if you had 50 of these auctions, can you imagine the accumulation of not just Axion, which becomes more valuable, but these other tokens and coins, which are typically hot coins, you know, like Bitcoin, other ones, just other top 20, 30 coins, plus really good projects. It's huge for your portfolio value. And with the fact that Bitcoin's broken 20,000 US dollars, in the next target's typically 50 to 60,000 US dollars. It bodes pretty well that this is all happening at the right time. So I think it's pretty exciting. Stressful Struggle says, I'm really not okay with all these problems. Got me shaking in my bags and shaking in my bags. Can you be specific, Stressful? Just let me know what that is. Lucan, can't wait to buy and just watch my portfolio grow. Yeah, Lucan, you're absolutely right. So Lucan's on top of this, and you watch it. We sold out the 5 mega auctions with Ethereum. You know, our highest auction day was 2,200, and that's just for people getting Axion with the bonus. So they get 10% bonus if they self-preferred, 30% bonus. Plus they had the auction discount. So in the new proposal, the auction discount, which was 10%, and then first week it was 20% by accident. And then the second week it was 10%, and then 5% was after they were trying to deal with the arbitrage. And then now it's going to be, in the new proposal, it's going to be 0%. So the only discount the benefit you're going to get is the referral bonus. So pretty exciting. And I think a lot of these mechanisms are heading strongly in the right direction. And we're going to get some super results. And this idea from Scott about the Axion venture capital auction and moving to a mutual fund type of product is outstanding. Really is. I wish it was starting this week, to be honest. Be pretty neat. And it's going to draw a lot of attention from people. It's going to draw a lot of the referral market people. You imagine having 4 small mega auctions a week. You've got your daily auctions, obviously, but there's 4 small mega auctions a week, and then having these supercharged venture capital auctions where you can get other tokens is pretty massive. Alex K. Scott was talking about auctions selling out, so I assume they will switch away from split the pool type of auction to a fixed price type auction. He was talking about that from my point of view with the two-tiered staking period. Is the way I was understanding him. Luke and Bradbeer, it's going to be so much buy pressure. I was buzzing watching yesterday. Yeah, absolutely, Lucan. Stressful says you do such an awesome job covering things in your videos. I hope so, Stressful. This is a good time for us just to, after watching that video, which I left the link in below, just taking into account, just talking to each other about what the implications are, because all I can see is it being pretty outstanding. I think if the community was really small, if it wasn't big enough, it would be difficult. But because the community is so big now, I think it's got huge potential. Currently, auction can't really sell out. It just splits the pool, so everyone gets worse price. You're talking about the mega auctions, Alex? Because obviously we've finished those technically. We're moving on to this. We have to call them big auctions or something, because the mega auctions, if you kind of call them $1 billion or more. Yeah, well, Alex, that's something to put into the feedback when they put it up, Alex. You can put that on Discord, that feedback. Yeah, all of them. Okay. Well, at the moment, all the small auctions get oversubscribed. I mean, it's and so everyone gets a worse price. If that's what you mean. Like today's auction is just, I don't know why people are going into it the way it is at the moment. Look at 4.79 ETH into 627,000, giving 130,000 Axion per ETH, excluding the referral bonus. They could just move all the daily auctions to 4 mega auctions and something like that, or they could, you know. Alex says, yeah, do you think it would be better for the community to go to fixed price so people don't get these bad deals? Or you fixed price? Hey, you got to fixed price yourself versus Uniswap though, which is moving all the time. Yeah, so you don't have them running 24 hours a day. Yeah, I guess that works in the sense that if you have them cheaper than if they're cheaper than Uniswap, then, or even the same price as Uniswap at the time, then they still get the referral bonus on top of that. So they're making a volume gain, not a price gain, but a volume gain. In essence, so that would work. Yeah, well, it's first come first serve. Let's see if he does a fixed price thing. But the first come was really about the staking period, that he thought if you have a tiered staking period, then the early ones are getting it staked out because people want to have it come out, say, after 90 days rather than six months. Yeah, I get that, Alex. Yeah, still based on Uniswap average price, but stops once it's full. Sure. Let's have a quick look at while we're here. We might as well have a look at the announcements that we just go to. It was pretty cool having the 1 million of liquidity now been locked on the team.finance platform owned by TrustSwap. Once the liquidity lock timer runs out, we will relock immediately pending no glaring issues. So that's pretty exciting. So I haven't actually looked at that one. So we'll look out for that. Pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to say was looking at the actual votes for the actual. This is not for the Axion venture capital auctions. This is just for the normal standard auctions, daily auctions. The Hex free claim allow for a minimum of 10 billion Axion to be claimed by Hex holders for a maximum of 30 days, whichever comes first. This will decouple Axion from Hex, and once and for all limit potential vulnerability for mass free claims. And overwhelming yes vote, 697 so far versus 12. Auto staking, increasing the auto stake length to 60 days instead of 14. Not quite as overwhelming, but 644 versus 77. So still a strong majority. Uniswap discount rate changed to par, in other words 0 rather than 10% discount. This will allow people being referred to still earn 10% bonus, and referrers to still earn 20%. Overwhelming yes vote. And vote for auction pool. Rather than mint 250 billion tokens in 1 year, we spread it over 5 years, slowing the rate of inflation and reducing price suppression. So I really like that part. 50 billion per year in the auctions, and with 50 billion spread across 5 big paydays, I think everyone likes that too. That certainly bolsters the big paydays. People staking longer, increases the staking potential as well. And that's excluding the mutual fund and the Axion venture capital, which will provide all those extra dividends that people will want to stake for those. So that's how they're trying to get to that 90 to 95% staking amount. Auctions will be held 4 times per week, with approximately 250 million per auction, as I said earlier. additional notes, we would be able to iterate out to the 250 million Axion per auction as needed, based on what we're seeing with the market demand to create a positive economic scenario for the Axion token. After year 5, based off community voting, we could decide to continue the auction if it was likely to be economically positive outcome for Axion token. So that's long term. 704 votes of yes versus 7, so that's pretty much a carried motion. So all 4 votes easily carried from the general group. I'm only in the general group. Obviously, can't see the results of the whales, the 5555 club or the core team, but I imagine they're pretty much the same. So there we are. Let's have a quick look. Different staying periods is cool, says Alex. Yep, I think so. Thought that was quite innovative. I also like the competition side of the secondary coin, i.e. not wrapped Bitcoin, but whatever the secondary coin is, to bring in new communities, bring in demand from those communities. It's like a win-win. Alex K. and Roy was right about being able to pick how long you want to stake after buying from auction beyond the minimums. Yeah, I agree with that too. Alex K, that's how Hex free claim worked, and it was great, absolutely. 0909, oi, happening, put the link in Discord. Excellent, thanks for that, live TK. We'll appreciate that. We've got 18 people watching at the moment, so we've definitely tripled our numbers since the start of the video, live stream of price and auction chat. So looks like this motion for the daily auctions has been easily carried. Some good stuff there, and with a bit of flexibility in future to tweak it to get the best outcome for the community stakers. So once again, we're just going to quickly go through the percentages of this new Axion venture capital auction that Scott was talking about. Just do a quick brief past that, since we've got 20 people on there now. So we were talking about the new mutual fund / Axion venture capital auction, which would be 1 or 2 auctions per week, with $1 billion to $2.5 billion in them. Just depends on what total allocation is. This is in addition to the daily auctions. Potentially could have a 20% referral bonus, potentially, but that could be 10%. And so if someone put in 10 ETH, they might get 1,000. They might get 10 ETH. They might get let's say 10 million Axion back, but they'd also get an ETH worth of a wrapped Bitcoin and an ETH worth of another coin as liquid coins. So obviously the Axion would be auto staked for a long period, and the wrapped Bitcoin and other token would be liquid and put into their wallet, which would be pretty awesome. Hence the mutual fund venture capital type of auction idea. So overall, of course, that's for an individual, but overall, if someone's put in like a 1,000 Ethereum into the auction to nab up the billion Axion available, 5% would go to the team, 20% of the Ethereum would go to the investor in terms of wrapped Bitcoin and some other hot coin, which is contested to get nominated, and then 75% of the remaining Ethereum would be given back to stakers in the form of, say, wrapped Bitcoin and the other hot coin, which is outstanding. So you get Axion, wrapped Bitcoin, and something else. It's pretty super exciting, to be honest. I think it's a real game changer, and we have the community size to be able to do that. So pretty neat. So welcome everybody. If you're new in the chat, just leave a comment in the chat. Any questions, let us know. We're just sort of sharing our thoughts on Scott's proposal for the mutual fund expansion and the Axion venture capital auctions, which will be really the supercharged mega auctions, not just winning Axion for your ETH, but getting up to 20% back in wrapped Bitcoin and some other token, maybe Trust Swap coin, a BAT coin, something else. So pretty exciting. Alex is exciting. Let's see how it works out. Can't wait. Yeah, the sort of thing that you get so excited about, you wish it was happening today. But obviously, this is probably a month away. It just depends on what the coding and checking of the coding and things like that. And obviously, there are distribution systems out there. I do believe that TrustSwap does certain distribution systems where you can distribute to different wallets. So we'll see how that plays out. But in the short term, we've obviously got the votes going through for. We've obviously got the votes going through for the to update the mega auctions in the short term, and I think there's some good solutions in these, very practical. The price is just tinkering around. Let's just go back through some of the metrics. The price tinkering around 000125. So there we are, and we did get peaked out last night at 000145. That was pretty nice. And obviously we're on the new chart, so we haven't got a lot of data on this chart. This is the new token. So that's the 4-hourly chart. You can see where we've been going at the moment. I've managed to onboard a few new people at this price range, so just telling them to buy while the price is hot to trot, and watch get some mean gains as well over time. So pretty cool, and the auction is well oversubscribed. If you're on the chat, it's 22, 23 people on the live stream. Don't enter auctions like this with any Ethereum. I mean, there's only 627 Axion in there. 4.79 ETH today. It's the people are only getting 131,000 Axion per ETH, excluding the referral bonuses. So don't recommend that. Tomorrow's auction is small, 73,000. Don't recommend entering that. And our first decent one, we've got 29 million for the next mega weekly auction, which is the 6th week. And so we'll see how that plays out. That is worth going on, depending, but we always recommend sniping at the end of the day to make sure that you're getting a better value than the Uniswap price. So just be careful about that, and that's important to do. The other big thing in the news was obviously we had this 1 million of liquidity has now been locked on the team finance platform owned by TrustSwap. Once the liquidity lock time runs out, we will relock immediately pending no clearing issues. This is awesome. This is more momentum for the team. Just shows the project's getting stronger and stronger, and I think this bodes well for the future, especially with the new tokenomics coming out, which is really in 2 stages. So give my guy a like and subscribe like that. That's cool. Appreciate the support as well. Hope you guys have been enjoying the new community posts. That features up. So I've been posting all the news items. If I haven't been able to do a video, I just post it in a community post. Hopefully if that keeps you up to date, that's really great. Sometimes people don't go onto Discord, they're not on Discord, they might be just on Telegram. So it's just a way of communicating to subscribers. I think we're almost at 1,050 subscribers, and I think watch out time hours is 3,200 over 4,000, so not too far away from that magical number of 4,000 watch hours. Tim Axion said, developers said on chat they are already very close. Okay, that's major. Thanks, Tim. Good insight. They just need the mechanism for determining the second coin. Yeah, and that's probably a bit more complicated, right, Tim? Especially if it's going to be competition. But can you imagine I'm going to use some slang here, but can you imagine every man and their dog's going to be in trying to get their coin promoted? If you've got 500 ETH going in, that's a decent whack that people will be wanting. Oh, me. I've got a coin. Maybe it's Batcoin, maybe it's Phantasma, maybe it's any sort of Ethereum top coin that's got, or commercial coin that's really got promise. It's pretty exciting. Yeah, pretty fun. Someone made a not so humorous comment. It could be Hex coin. I mean, why not? And it's incredible what you can do. So it's called a mutual fund, diversified portfolio, right? And you get all these rewards of these hot top coins. It's a no-brainer. And with the size of our community, it's an incredibly sustainable and great marketing thing. The other thing I wanted to give to you guys is my proposal, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. If you like it, vote for it. If you don't like it, don't vote for it, obviously. So I'm going to go to that in a second. So Alex K, nice to see community united and voting. Yeah, absolutely. And this community token, that's the whole thing, is to spread out that community culture and to expand the community. Special Struggle says, what will happen to the old tokens? And are the new tokens ordered? Well, the old tokens just sit there stressful. That is, once it's on the blockchain. To Maxian, I had to. I think the team are going to clean up the CoinGecko comments about exploit and old coin stuff. So hopefully the new Axion token will just will live long, which Tim Axion, I had 2 stakes ready to go, and when I heard the news, I did them for 6 years and 7 years instead of 2 and 3. Liquid is key. Absolutely. Well done, Tim Axion. You would lot more shares too, so you collect a lot more divs over that period of time. Alex K, Hex coin would indeed be funny. Yeah, Alex K, and the benefits post project, absolutely. So once again, moving from expanding from just a certificate of deposit to a mutual fund type. I mean, it's not explicit, just a general description of it. Means that we're moving away from that its competitive position and to its own identity, and that's what we like about Axion. It's going to evolve into a new identity over time, but do it in a nice planned phases as it grows. So managed growth, pretty cool. So let's have a quick look at the idea I had, and thinking through this because we want to expand the community. It's always been, I've made the comment many times on the video, and I just wanted to go to my proposal while we're here, and we've got 23 people watching. So I did put in here my proposal under marketing ideas to have a referral system and gamification, which has tiers and rankings, special awards and bonuses. So this is all idea to motivate referrers on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever they might be, on Parler, on Twitter, on all the different BitTube, you name it. All those platforms is to be able to promote Axion and become part of a gamification system where they get rewards if they get more people, go up through the ranks, and it incentivizes them on multiple levels, not just Axion, but heaps of different things to build the system. And I'll just post the link in the chat. So if you want to vote for this, I think it's a big deal for ongoing referral promoters. We want referral promoters to get more committed to Axion. So if you want to vote for that, I think it's a good one. Now the actual design can be designed out and created, pretty cool, but the gamification would be really neat. I suggested a referral tab on the Axion staking platform to keep it all in one place, but that you could only see the referral tab if you were enrolled. In other words, you decided, hey, I'm going to do the referral business. I want to go up the rankings, we get more rewards, open up more status bonuses, whatever it might be, and go through that. And then it would include an area to see the aggregate results. So you see your own results, but you see the competitions that are running. You'd see people where they are ranked, how they're playing out, what the best referrer does, what not so, what the worst referrer is doing. Maybe even they could develop into chats about how can we expand that. They also might be able to do marketing. If we had a marketing announcement, we could push it through all the referral people that are in the system, and they all put it out at the same time. And so you're coordinating that referral effort. Because if you look at a lot of other projects, it's all over the place, right? You either got a great proposition and referral people are getting behind it, or you haven't, or you got some mixed bag, right? So there's no really coordinated stuff. I've seen stuff on other platforms like Electronium and other places, and it's just not coordinated very well. So this is the idea that you could do that, and I thought create a gamification with it, and you can tweak all those features. I think it's really neat. It'd be you can basically have competitions on it. It'd be multi-year, so you just over time you'd grow with the Axion system, and it'd be really cool. You get yourself even status names, and then of course it could be made a big deal of, right? You can spread it around about how great this referral system is to all the people that are promoters, and there's lots of them, and you want to get the big ones. You want to get them committed to keep ongoing promotion, and I think it's just a key pivotal organic way of promoting Axion in the wider community, because we want to get up from 11,000 wallets, we want to get up to that 50,000, we want to get up to 100,000, we want to get up to 250,000, and people, the stronger that is, the stronger the certificate of deposit is, the stronger the mutual fund stuff is, and it's really pretty key. So if you want to vote for that and leave any further comments, you can obviously leave further comments about that if you've got stuff I've missed out. That's only the basic idea. Obviously you want to build out all the features and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go back to the chat and see what's going on. Neil says, hope EIP 1559 ether fee burning happens soon. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look at that, Neil. Dan, the gamification sounds good. Yeah, thanks, Dan. It came up to me just earlier today, and I was just thinking about community expansion, and it seemed to be, I looked at all the other projects that I've been involved with or seen, and it just seemed like a no-brainer that was wide open to do. And I don't think anybody's done it anywhere near justice. The Hog says, stressful struggle, what will happen to the old tokens and other new tokens ordered? You shouldn't worry if you're making a killing on old tokens like you claim. Yeah, best not to push the old tokens stressful struggle, because really they're gone burgers, and if people, I know there's a little fund in there on Uniswap for it, but if you, I wouldn't be trading them in my opinion. LL Crypto says, for the other coin investment, how can we ensure that there are no potential rug pull tokens chosen? Well, I guess you'd have to send some criteria, I guess, LL Crypto, that, you know, obviously the longevity, market cap. You wouldn't want to get too risky with some of the tokens, that's for sure. You wouldn't want, because you don't want people to do it. So for me, it's really going to be top tokens, ones that already have significant market cap, long life, delivered decent products, that sort of thing. You wouldn't want to get into, you know, coin market cap ranked number 3,000. It might be a great coin in the future, but none of those coins are worth anything. You know, I think out of all the tokens that are out there, there's only 100 or 200 of them are got decent ecosystems or potential or whatever. Life TK community will vote together on which tokens we want. Yeah, and the other side of it was that there would be competition in the token that's nominated. Obviously, they have to meet a valid justification, but you'd want to have people having to buy Axion to vote if they want to vote for that coin. So everything's about demand. Every angle has to be about demand. And so if they want us to spend, if they want to nominate that coin 3 times in a row, they would need to have the Axion to have the vote power to influence that. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to design that feature, but I think that's a very good one. And it's going to create waves. These super venture capital auctions are going to be huge and attract a lot of attention. Because you're going to get stuff like wrapped Bitcoin, and who doesn't want that? I mean, there's only 18.5 million Bitcoins, and they say 4 million of those are lost, and 1 million is in the Satoshi's wallet. So that takes you down to 13.5 million Bitcoin, and you only have 3 more million. What was it? You only have 2.5 more million coins ready to mint, and that's over 120 years. Obviously, most of them up front, but that's those sort of coins are super valuable, and they become part of the Axion ecosystem. And if you believe that Bitcoin will get to $1 million US, that by itself is a great part of the mutual fund portfolio. And obviously, you add other hot coins like obviously some of the other top coins, then away you go. It looks pretty good to me. And obviously, value tokens as opposed to, so to me there's commercial projects, and there's some very good ones, and I said one earlier, Phantasma chain, right? They're awesome commercial they're blockchain 3.0, they're the most advanced NFTs, the most all that sort of stuff in the world. You can break an NFT down into car parts, you can put the car back together. You know, there's this sort of technology, that stuff out there. And these are the best commercial projects, right? But they won't necessarily be the highest value projects. They may not be worth 2 billion, they might be worth a couple $100 million at best, right? But their technology is better than everybody else's, right? But then you have the value tokens, and these are the very few. You get the Hex, you got the Axion, you got the Wise tokens of the world. These are the number of things that you have, right? And yeah, number of things. Welcome, dropping bombs. So pretty cool. Number of things. Just did a video, by the way, on the voting. So if you want to check that out, I've put it on a community post. You can check that one out. Don't have the link here on here, but definitely check out a number of things. If you got your link, just post that in the chat. It would be great. I don't think there's anything stopping links being posted. So pretty cool, and I think it's pretty exciting. So awesome. So if anyone's got any other questions, we've been on. It's a 45-minute chat. We've been on for 50 minutes. So if anyone's got any final comments, we can put those on. Price is just currently. We'll just wrap up. The price is just 000125. So a good buying area for me, and our pool is well oversubscribed today. So 4 hours and 30 minutes to go for that auction. I'll obviously do a video at the end of the day, as I normally do, to wrap up the key stats at the end of the day, and so that's pretty cool. And obviously we're doing well with our staking. Still extreme. This staking percentage, I don't know many of any other project with the staking percentage that it's outstanding. So pretty neat. Stressful struggle. We should be worried about audits. I hope the new contract is audited. Well, the code should be audited, is what you're saying. Yeah, so hopefully they do that. They're pretty integrated now, Stressful, with the auditors. I think they use them there's pretty much a change there. So expect something strong from that. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this quick discussion about the proposal as it's currently given. Obviously, we'll get final details as the team spend a couple of weeks talking about it. Apparently, as Tim Axion said, that they are coding a lot of it already. They have a lot of the ideas probably worked out because they've already been working on it for some weeks anyway. So, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be exciting in the future on many fronts. So yeah, awesome. Stressful Struggle says I wasn't promoting anything. That's all good. Yeah, this is what it's about, Stressful, to make you chat and express your opinion. We love your opinions. This is a full freedom of speech. The only one that would likely control your speech is YouTube health and safety team. So we're not there. Anyway, all right. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch you in the next live stream. I will probably most likely 99% do one tomorrow, and most days after that. So all right. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.